This is again one of the meetings of EIMA International 2012. One of the most interesting meetings organized for today is focusing on flower and plant growing and safety. We will speak with the organizers, Silvio Fritegotto. Good morning, everybody. I decided I would organize this meeting because I'm indirectly involved with flower and plant growing and with the design of urban parks and gardens. And the issue of safety is seemingly overseen in this niche. So on the occasion of EIMA, we have a special section dedicated to gardens this year, and that's why I decided I would use this as a showcase to suggest this issue and focus on safety. The title of our meeting is Safety in Flower and Plant Growing and in Urban Parks and Gardens. So what's the state of the art? That's an open question which is going to receive answers by some speakers who are experts in this subject matter. They will give us detailed answers. I would now introduce the speakers, or two of them, who are here. Mr. Fabio Palmieri, who represents CONAF, and Mr. Gianluigi Nario, who represents CIA from Albenga, and he is in charge of safety. They may give you more detailed answers. Very briefly, our organization, CONAF is an acronym which not everybody knows perhaps. CONAF is the National Council of the National Roles of Experts in Agronomy and Forestry. Our organization has 12 departments, and one of such departments which I had over is civil protection and safety, and that's why I was invited in this meeting. Many of our colleagues, of our members in the different professional roles, we have 22,000 agronomists and foresters in Italy, are involved with safety aspects in flower and plant growing, or whenever they have to design city parks or gardens. With my speech, I will convey the activities which our organization has been conducting in the last 3 to 4 years. We have been in touch with ENAIL and with the Ministry of Labor, especially concerning the law on safety on the workplace, which directly impinges on us because we are professionals in this industry, and we need to respect the legislation and give advice to the companies who grow flowers and plants or design public gardens and parks. That's going to be my contribution. So it's a very technical aspect for the experts in this industry. It's a technical meeting. Yes, of course, this legislation, as I will explain later on, has some shortcomings, as we already pointed out to several administrative levels. This legislation was thought of especially for the building industry or industrial structures, whereas the agriculture and forestry were, as it were, overseen. These industries have specific characteristics, and so our members need to have appropriate skills, appropriate training, and be professionals, fully professional, to be able to take action in those areas. Who's the next speaker? The next speaker is Dr. Gianluigi Nario, who will speak of the management of safety in the production in flower and plant growing, and especially in the use of machines and implements. Well, one normally thinks of flower and plant growing in terms of beauty, but it's a job, it's a work, and so there is need for safety. You need to consider practical safety in working. Yes, precisely, you got the point. This industry has been evolving over the years, and so there has been a growing use of machines and implements, and this entails greater risks when we use machines and implements. And so my speech will be shared with my colleague from CIA in Grosseto. We belong to a nationwide group that our organization set up, a group of agronomists which can help our members with advice. So we would like to consider the main critical aspects of the safe use in machines in flower and plant growing, keeping an eye on what the legislation provides for. When we go on the field and when we extend advice to our farmers, we often see that legislation can hardly be implemented by farmers in practice. And so this is indeed one of the purposes of this meeting. We would like to give some practical suggestions and to be clear on these aspects, which are really the main problems that farmers encounter, in addition, of course, to the cost they have to incur to respect the legislation on safety.